Hi, I'm Dion from LeavingCertMathsVideos.com. Now for this question here, what we have to do is firstly work out how many units you used in that time period. So we get the now units and we subtract the before units. So that is 35,087. Subtract what you used before. And that is equal to 550. So that's how many units you used in between the periods. That's what it's going to get billed for. And then we do the same for at night time. So at night time you use 17,213 minus 16,853. And that is equal to 360 units. Now, these daytime units are going to be charged at 0.1506. So we're going to multiply that by 0.1506 because that's the charge of day units. And at the nighttime units we're going to multiply that by 0.0745. So that is equal to €82.83. And that's for nighttime, and then the daytime is equal to €26.82. And then the total cost, we just add the two of them up, is equal to €109.65. There we go. And I'm actually forgetting the question here. For part one of that, we have 140 kilometers is equal to 4/9. So what we want to do here is we want to find full length. So if 140 kilometers is 4/9, we want to find out what 1/9 is first of all. So if 140 is 4/9, we divide by 4 to get 1/9. So 4 into 140. Well, 4 into 14 goes 3 times the remainder of 2, and 4 into 20 goes 5 times. So 35 kilometers is equal to 1/9. So then if we want to get 9/9, which is the total used, we want to multiply 35 by 9. And that is equal to 315 kilometers. So what we've done there is 140 kilometers was 4/9. We wanted 1/9, so we divided by 4. That gives us 1/9. Then we multiplied by 9 to give us 9/9, or the full amount. So back on this question here, that is the answer to part 1. It's €109.65. But then for part 2, we're given a few additional charges. We're given an additional charge of €24.89. And we're given an additional charge of €5.46. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add all these charges up and then we're going to apply the VAT rate after that. So if we add 109.65 plus 24.89 plus 5.46 equal to 140. So his total bill before VAT is going to be equal to 140. That's the two charges plus the unit prices. So at 140, we know that our VAT rate is 13.5%. Equals 13.5%. Now, that's our VAT rate there. So the total amount is yours 140. And we want to add a VAT rate to 13.5%. And what we could do is, we could get 13.5% of 140, which we could do this by multiplying 140 by 0.135. And that would give us the VAT, and then we could add that on afterwards. But what would be actually easier to do is, you can multiply 140, you can multiply that by 1.135. Which is basically adding on the VAT afterwards. So we'll just do that now. Because you could get 35, you could get 0.135 at the start and then add on your 140, but this way you just skip that step. So 140 times 1.135 is equal to 158.9. So that's what he's going to be paying for his electricity bill. Now what you can do when you just get that answer, you can kind of just look at it. He's paying roughly 13% more. So that's slightly higher than 10% more. So we know that 10% of 140 is 14. So if we add 14 onto that, we're going to get 154. So we know we're kind of right because 13.5% is slightly bigger than 10% and this is slightly bigger than 10%. So that's just a quick way of checking your answer to see if you're in the right region. So that's just one way of checking it. So please add me on Facebook or Twitter or subscribe to my YouTube channel.